In the meantime, President Trump is taking his push to remove a Federal Reserve governor to the next level now. He's asking the Supreme Court to issue an emergency order to let him fire Lisa Cook, even as a court fight over this matter plays out at the same time. So courts and legal reporter for TheHill.com, Zach Schonfeld, is here to help us break all of this down. And Zach, so grateful to have you because we really are in a gray area here legally. No sitting president has ever removed a Fed governor. The law states governors can only be removed for cause. So is it fair to say that essentially becomes the dispute here?
Good morning, Kelly. That does essentially become the dispute here. Because no former president has ever tried to take the step that the president is now taking with Lisa Cook, we are in a bit of uncharted territory. And the argument that the Trump administration has tried to make is they say, because that the Federal Reserve Act only specifies that the president has to have cause, they say the fact that the president here has pointed to mortgage fraud accusations, that the courts now have no power to come in and intervene and try to second guess that. So they have told the Supreme Court now that the lower courts got it wrong when they have issued these orders that have temporarily reinstated Lisa Cook to her post. So as you mentioned, they are now seeking an emergency order from the justices that would allow this firing to move forward as this case progresses.
Do you believe, quickly before we get into the investigation underway now, that this will ultimately be decided by the Supreme Court?
I think a lot of people are expecting this to be decided by the Supreme Court. Certainly now with this emergency application, they're going to weigh in at this stage. But then this case could go back to the lower courts and eventually reach the justices again on their normal merits docket. So one way or another, it does say that it does look like the Supreme Court is going to have its word here.
Got it. In light of this investigation, the president has cited allegations that Cook committed mortgage fraud, as you said. She strongly denies that. This alleged fraud also happened before she became the Fed governor. So where does that investigation stand right now?
Well, one of the key arguments that is being made in this court fight is the fact that they say even if you take that all these accusations are true, the point that Cook's legal team has made is because they happened before she was in office, they claim that that doesn't amount to cause. Now, of course, as you mentioned, they also deny these accusations, but that's really their primary argument before the courts or one of them at least, is saying that that wouldn't even amount to it. Now, the other thing that Lisa Cook's lawyers are trying to make the case about is they say that she was entitled to more due process, specifically that she was entitled to some sort of hearing to actually get her day to contest these accusations. Because right now, it's really them just going back and forth in court filings with the Trump administration accusing her of mortgage fraud, and then her lawyer is just trying to push back and telling the courts that that's not the case.
Well, exactly, Zach. It does feel like this is going to come down to how the Supreme Court interprets what counts as for cause removal, whether old misconduct is in fact grounds for firing, also whether Cook has a constitutional right to defend herself before any removal. Is that the sense you have for now?
That is the sense I have for now. And I think as you also read the court filings, both parties here really have been mincing no words and telling the court about the stakes of this case. The Trump administration has told the justices that allowing these lower rulings to stand would invite judicial micromanagement of the executive branch and intrude on the president's authority. But then as you read through Lisa Cook's filing, they've been telling the Supreme Court that any intervention here essentially will destabilize the U.S. financial system. So even though this is an emergency case and an emergency order that's going to be coming our way, the stakes here really couldn't be higher.
Right. What does this mean for the independence of the Fed? So many trying to get the pulse on that as well. Zach Schonfeld, as you said, thank you very much for weighing in. Insightful.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.